y'all, and welcome back to Leesah's Cottage. And as you can see, we're staring at a Cosori Premium 6-quart pressure cooker. Cosori contacted me by email and asked if I would be interested in trying one of their slow cookers out, and I said absolutely. So in return of receiving this pressure cooker that Cosori sent to me, I am going to do a review for you. And not only is this going to be a review, this is going to be my first time ever using any kind of pressure cooker. I thank Cosori for contacting me, asking me if I would be interested in doing a review on their pressure cooker. Spread the pieces out, and I'm going to want to look over the manual and even the recipe. It comes with the recipe cookbook. I'm wanting to look that over before using it for the first time. Just get familiar with the pieces and how to use it and how it operates. But I will also record that with you all so you can experience my first time use with it with me. However, I will bring you all along my first time use of it. I've got 2 recipes picked out that I would like to try in the Cosori pressure cooker. However, I'm gonna also look through the recipe book and see what kind of yummies they have written up in their book and try one of those out as well. So this is the box that it came in. It came inside of another box. And then the actual pressure cooker. This is the lid that closes and locks down during the cooking process. And so there it is with the lid on it. It's not even plugged up right now. Again, I'm just gonna get familiar with all the pieces and the appliance before using for the first time. That's just my nature. So what exactly is a pressure cooker? Well, it's at least 7 things at once. Saute, slow cooker, yogurt maker being a few of them. It cooks meals in minutes and makes your one-pot meals come true. Can't wait for you to discover the rest. And this is the back of the box. It says, we thought of everything. Pressure cooking lid of the whole thing that is the pressure cooker. And then a seal ring ×2. So I'm thinking this one here is a backup seal ring, I guess, to replace if something goes wrong with the one it comes with. And it has a recipe book. We help you start your cooking adventure with some delicious recipes created by our team of chefs. Steamer rack. The pressure cooking base of the whole thing that is the pressure cooker, and then the inner pot made from high quality stainless steel, and then we have the pressure cooking lid of the whole thing that is the pressure cooker. And then we have a glass lid, a separate glass lid to showcase that delicious food you're slow cooking. And then a measuring cup, a rice spoon, and a ladle. Perfect cooking companions to help you along the way. The Cosori Premium at your command. Safe. That is what we want. Definitely. That's a plus for me. ETL, FCC, and FDA certified with 10 different safety features to provide peace of mind. Speedy cooking time. Your pressure cooker uses steam technology to cook items 80% quicker than standard cooking methods. It also naturally saves a lot more of the vitamins and the nutrients. That's a win-win. Presets on presets. We've designed this machine with 16 presets so that making your meal is a piece of cake. No judgment if your desserts first. Hey, I know that's another win-win in this house. Designed with you in mind, our UX design team combined their efforts with our team of chefs and our product experts to make this machine as user-friendly as can be. And a third, win-win. And then it will have customer support if we need to contact them, or if you need to contact them. And it has the support hours on it. So, and there we have it. So on the top of the pressure cooker is the pressure cooking lid. And then a seal ring, and it's got ×2, so I'm assuming that's the backup ring. And then it says help seal in the pressure and removing for easy cleaning. So I guess we're taking the ring on and off. It's giving us a second backup ring for when that one wears out, wears down, or we just out and out lose it. We've got a backup. And then we have the recipe book. I'm looking forward to looking through that. And then we have the premium 6-quart pressure cooker manual. And then we have a bonus year warranty information here to look through. So there's the 3 manuals, recipe book, the manual, and more information about the Cosori. And I guess to add warranty if you want warranty added to it. The steaming rack, the measuring cup, the rice paddle, the ladle, and the glass lid. And let's not forget the inner pot. That is actually removable. That's the pot that will go down into the pressure cooker there. And I just took that out so you could get a look at it. And this, the inner pot is made from high quality stainless steel. There we have it. There's all the pieces that come in the Cosori Premium 6-quart pressure cooker. There we go, y'all. I am off to do some reading and looking over the recipes and seeing what we are going to come up with. Like I said, I've got 2 recipes pulled for my weekly menu that I was wanting to prepare in the pressure cooker and let you know what we thought about those. And then I'm going to also look through their recipes and probably pull 1 or 2 of the recipes from their cookbook and try it in the Cosori pressure cooker. So we are here in the kitchen ready to put this Cosori pressure cooker to the test. The Cosori pressure cooker, you get a, of course you get a manual and you get a recipe book, and that's what I'm going to be using this week for our meals. And tonight's meal, the meat is going to be the baby back ribs. The ingredients are 1 3 to 4 pound rack of baby back ribs, dry and pre-seasoned, cut into quarters, 1 cup water, and then barbecue sauce of our choice. And we're just going to be using seasonings. And the directions read, if frozen, thaw baby back ribs, add 1 cup water, cut baby back ribs into 4 parts with meat scissors and evenly placed inside the inner pot. Secure and close the lid, press the meat/stew function and adjust to more high, then press start. Top baby back ribs with barbecue sauce, allow to rest for 10 minutes and then cut and serve. So that is going to be the first recipe we are going to start with. And now we're moving on to recipe 2. I have a total of 3 recipes that I'm using this Cosori pressure cooker for our meal tonight. In the second recipe, we're going to be doing the mushroom brown rice pilaf. The ingredients are 1 cup onion diced, 8-ounce mushroom sliced, 3 cup brown rice, 4.5 cup chicken broth, and then the directions are combine ingredients in the pressure cooker. Step 2, secure lid onto pressure cooker. Press the brown rice function and adjust to more/high. Then press the start button. Once cooking is done, fluff the rice with a fork. And moving on to recipe 3 for tonight's meal. And recipe 3, russet red mashed potatoes. Ingredients: 3+ pound of red potatoes halved, 1 cup water, 2 teaspoons salt, 3/4 cup of 2% milk, room temperature, 6 tablespoons butter softened, 2 cloves garlic minced, 6 green onions chopped, 2 tablespoons of parsley, dry or fresh, and then black pepper to taste. The directions are: step 1, add water, salt, and potato chunks to the pressure cooker. Close lid and make sure pressure valve is closed. Press the steamed potatoes function and then adjust to less low, followed by start. Step 2, once done cooking, release the pressure and carefully open lid. Drain the water from the pot. Step 3, hand mash the potato and add milk slowly, about 1 tablespoon at a time. Use the milk as desired. Less milk for chunkier mash, more milk for mashing for smoother texture. And then step 4, add remaining ingredients and continue mashing until desired texture. And then step 5, serve immediately. So I have the ribs here, and I found 2 packs of the Grill Mates Slow and Low Memphis Pit barbecue rub. And that's what I'm going to put on these ribs. And there we have it. We're just going to put them in the refrigerator and let them sit for at least 2 hours, if not 2 hours and about 30 minutes. And then we will put them in the Cosori, and I believe that they will cook, I think, 40 minutes, but we'll check that again. So I'm going to put these back in the refrigerator, and hopefully they're doing their magic with the rub on it. I'm hoping all turns out absolutely amazing. Have the ingredients here and measured out. The potatoes are just a wee under 3 pounds, but that's okay. Water first, salt, and then the potato chunks. So the water, the salt, and the potato chunks are now in the pressure cooker. The lid on and make sure it's in the locking position. It did, and it made a noise. And you have to make sure the pressure valve is closed, and I believe it's closed. It's in the locked position, and then the other position, it looks like where the steam would come out. So it's in the locked position. And then we're going to press the steamed potatoes, and the steamed potatoes button has been pushed. Now we are going to press less low, and there's a minus sign and then there's a plus sign. So we're gonna adjust it to less low, and then we will follow by pushing the start button. And then you push the adjust button, and then the less low light lights up there at the top, just under where it's written Cosori. And it's set on 10 minutes. Now we're going to push start. And the start button has been pushed. Once they are done cooking, and then you release the pressure. And from what I've read and heard and seen on YouTube and them being used, you want to make sure that your pressure cooker is not under a cabinet. If I had the pressure cooker over here on this side of the kitchen, and the pressure would hit underneath the cabinet. That way, once the pressure is released, it can just shoot straight up, not hitting underneath the cabinet. And you definitely don't want to have your face over it. It was 3 pounds of the red potatoes halved. I put in the Cosori pressure cooker along with 1 cup water and 2 teaspoons of salt. So it had gotten up to pressure, and then it made a beeping noise, and now it's set for 10, and that's what this recipe calls for, the 10 minutes cooking time. So now we're just going to wait for it to count down. And then once the potatoes are completely cooked, I drain the water and then mash the potatoes. Then I add the 3/4 cup of 2% milk. The milk is to be at room temperature. 6 tablespoons of butter, and that's to be softened. And then 2 cloves of garlic minced. I cheated and I used the garlic that comes in the jar, and I just winged it. I guessed at it. And then 6 green onions chopped. I didn't use the complete 6 onions just because I felt like that was too much for this batch of potatoes. And then 2 tablespoons parsley. You can use dry or fresh. And then a black pepper to taste. And it's counting down. It's now at 6 minutes, or 6 minutes left before we can release the pressure. And we both think it would beep 3 times. And for some reason it just kicked over to keep warm. And the man says they taste pretty good. He said, of course, we'll have to add more salt to it, but that's just because both of us love our sodium. And again, we're not salt restricted. So that is the russet red mashed potatoes made in the Cosori pressure cooker. Our first time using it, and my first time ever using a pressure cooker. They look pretty good. So we're gonna move on to our second dish, which is going to be our mushroom brown rice pilaf. And Ken's telling me his likes about using the Cosori pressure cooker. He likes that he knows the timing of what it's gonna take for the potatoes to be soft. He said instead of having to keep checking it to see if the potatoes are soft enough. So he's liking that the timing is set as well as it's easy and quick. He said it's fast. That 10 minutes is fast to cook your potatoes. So there is one win-win for our first recipe using the Cosori pressure cooker, as well as we are using the recipes that are in the Cosori recipe book. Now we're going to move on to the mushroom brown rice pilaf. And for the mushroom brown rice pilaf, it reads 1 cup onions diced, 8 ounces of mushrooms sliced, 3 cups of brown rice, and then 4.5 cups of chicken broth. So that's 4 cups back there, and then the 1/2 cup. And we just add all of these ingredients together in the Cosori pressure cooker. Press brown rice, and then we're going to adjust to more high, and how you do that is you push the adjust button, and then you have the 3 settings across the top here just above the minute counter. You have your less low, normal, medium, and more high. So it's set on more high, and now we're going to push on start. And now I assume it's going to warm up to pressure. And then once it reaches pressure, then it needs to cook for 20 minutes. And it's reached pressure. 1 minute and counting, and I'm ready to taste this one. Ken tasted the mashed potatoes. I did not, but I will be tasting this one. You can see it on top of the handle there. Oh yeah, oh my goodness. That looks marvelous. It wasn't stuck to the bottom, and it's nice and fluffy, and it seems to be pretty moist. I'm gonna do a taste test. You place 1 cup of water in along with your meat. And then 1 cup of water's in, meat's in. Make sure your valve is closed. And we're gonna press the meat stew function. And then we're gonna press the adjust button and make sure it's on the more high, and then the on start button. And there she goes. One minute and counting. So that's 3 recipes I tried upon my first time using a pressure cooker. Now just waiting for this to count down so we can see what happened to the ribs. Will they be tasty? Will they be tender? They smell good. I suppose they look good. Now we will see if they taste good. You know you want some. There you go. The baby back ribs, the potatoes, and the brown rice pilaf. We're gonna try it and then we'll let you know what we think about it. Well, there we go. Our first meal. My plate, his plate. However, that looks like I've got an awful lot of meat there, but they do have the bones. So I will let you know how our first meal, our first 3 recipes cooked in the Cosori Pressure Cooker turned out for us.